Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cyclones will kick it away first. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Virginia Tech's offense takes the field to start this game off. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Quick strike complete. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
To the ground. He's got it again.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, it's a nice-looking throw right there, and I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hurting you with their legs. Michael Vick can kill you throwing the football. Tyrod Taylor could do it. How about this name? Jim Drunkenmiller. You can just see him right now dotting an 18-yard dig route. That's a nice-looking throw. That gives me some Drunkenmiller vibes, Pollard.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Give to the running back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the air, it's Drones. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play, because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. Didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After that last completion, it's second down. Back to throw, it's Drones. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was trying to push it downfield. He was looking for a receiver, trying to make a play. Could tell the pressure started to get to him a little bit. Nowhere to go with the football, and just fights back to the line of scrimmage.
Job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And the Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jennings. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Hokies have enough for the 1st down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. A nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And the Hokies are marching down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. Headed to the end zone. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hokies.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State sending the offense back out. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive. He lobs one high down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, if you're going to get 1st downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
And the Cyclones will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Getting some heat. On the move, he fires. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On the run, it's Hansen. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Beck. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. The Cyclones get it past the sticks.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
And the Cyclones look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Higgins. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. fires toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
Now on second down. Back to pass, it's Beck. Pocket starts to collapse. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He wants to throw it again. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Right down the boulevard. It's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Looking for a man. It's Drones. Quickly out to the tight end. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Got his man to the left. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
And that play right there really shows you the trust between the quarterback and his wide receiver. They've obviously worked for hours all season long on these routes near the sideline. Nice throw, great catch.
Caught near the sideline, it's Tootin. Well, he did a good job to get the foot down inbounds, but only picked up a yard and not enough for a first down.
Yeah, they need to work with more space, Reese. I mean, it's not worth throwing the football all that way to the boundary, just a toe tap and get 1 yard. We got to do a better job trying to get these playmakers the football closer to the middle of the field.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got the back in the middle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on third down from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
The middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Blacksburg. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to one of the best home field advantages in football, Lane Stadium.
The Hokies will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Fires to the big fella. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
They'll throw it on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. From the gun, the ground game. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the air. It's Beck. Pressure coming. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Well, you get the incompletion there on third down, and you've still got a half of football basically to play. Do you trust your defense down one possession to get it back to give you a shot? If you don't, then you've got to stay out there and you've got to go for this, and you've got to dial up your best play to stay on the field.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play.
Intercepted. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Back to pass, it's Beck. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And for the second time in this game, he'll try to knock through a field goal. This one a 41-yarder. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Dropping back, it's Drones. Throws to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. That is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. And they did right there.
And the Cyclones have it with a first and goal. Touchdown, Iowa State. They take the lead with the 6. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
It'll be first and 10 from the 30. Give to the back. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Got his man quickly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Hansen. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He got the toe down. That's going to look spectacular on his social media, but not so much for the down and distance after he loses yardage. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
The Cyclones will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looking for a block. It's Lane. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Nice move to stay on his feet. And the Hokies pick up the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Grabs it in the middle. Tackle is made after the 1st down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Trying to get to it. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Using his legs, it's Tootin. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And we are all tied up here in the waning moments.
That is a massive kick late here in the game to tie it up. And now, can your defense do their job and at minimum hold them scoreless here to put this thing into OT? Or even better, can they get you the football back and give you an opportunity to win the game?
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Higgins. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Back to throw, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is perfect. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the 4th quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Dropping back, it's Drones. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Running for it on 4th down. Stop short of the marker, and they stop with this defense, and they get the ball back. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock.
Hopefully y'all like the content. Thank everybody for stopping by. We're going to jump on some Madden. And we're going to go from there. Thank y'all. I love y'all.